Hey everyone, welcome to Straitjacket Talks After Dark. We're going to let you know what we've been up to, what we've been watching, reading, gaming, listening to. So, a few days ago, the great actor Val Kilmer passed away. It sucks because he was one of my favorite actors. He was in a bunch of movies. I grew up watching Top Gun as the Iceman. I was a little too young for Michael Keaton. Like, I remember seeing the Batman movies, but Batman Forever took place like right as I was perfect age. To me, he is my Batman.
Trash, though, but go on.
Batman Forever is just like one of those, I don't know, iconic movies for me because, it was childhood. And like McDonald's had all the toys, everything. So it was like a perfect combination. One of my favorite movies with Val Kilmer in it is called The Ghost in the Darkness.
Holy, lions don't do this. Lions never had a lair like this. They're doing it for the pleasure. Shoot him!
I haven't seen it recently, but I do want to recommend it because I think it is one of those movies that isn't talked about a lot that he is in. It was one that I really enjoyed. Yeah, it has Michael Douglas in it. It's about them trying to defend a village from these massive lions.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool movie. I don't want to give away too much. I'm no good at explaining a movie without giving it away too much. Mm-hmm. But I do recommend it. I want to get your guys' opinions. Is there a Val Kilmer movie that you really enjoy? I'm putting you on the spot.
This is not me looking up what movies Val Kilmer was in.
Can you tell me?
Oh, I fucking love Tombstone. I mean, Tombstone's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite Westerns. And I don't really like a lot of Westerns, to be honest with you. So
no,
if you can make me have like one, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Val Kilmer in Tombstone is pretty iconic as Doc Holliday. I mean, that's a role.
He was in The Doors.
The Doors
Jim
movie.
Morrison.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Jim Morrison. Like, I watched that movie 100 million times in high school. I loved that movie.
Yeah.
I bet you worship Jim Morrison. You seem like that kind of guy.
I didn't really like The Doors too much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've never really been a huge Doors fan. I like the hits. I enjoy them, and I will turn them up when they're on the radio, but I do not go out of my way to listen to a Doors album.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you like
don't have
The Doors?
to apologize.
I like the hits.
Yeah, same idea. Yeah. Like this is the end
like,
comes on and you're like, yeah, that's good.
I just see Kevin as that guy.
Well, yeah, it was sort of that guy.
Come on. Don't lie to me.
You liked Jim Morrison more than you liked the music of The Doors.
I was just gonna say that.
Gotcha.
Jim Morrison I looked up to more than the actual music because I mean he was the Lizard King. He was a cool rock star, man. He was getting arrested on stage. Who does that?
They're showing his dick to people.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to show your dick to people, right?
Yeah. And then declare yourself the Lizard King.
That's it. I did love The Doors. And like his performance as Jim Morrison on that is legendary. He convinced Oliver Stone to have him sing the songs. Like that's actually Val Kilmer's voice singing in that movie. And he told Oliver Stone, like, hey, if you can pick apart the difference between me and Jim Morrison, he was like, then we'll use Jim Morrison's. And Oliver Stone was like, nope, we're going with you. So
yeah.
That's pretty cool. One last thing I want to acknowledge. John Carpenter got his star on the Walk of Fame the other day.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is pretty well deserved.
That's awesome, yeah.
And I finally watched Prince of Darkness by him.
Anyone in close proximity has the same dream.
What is it?
A secret that can no longer be kept. It started a month ago.
What started?
A change in the earth.
Recently.
I've not seen that one.
I liked it. What I really enjoyed is the music is so good. I love the music in Prince of Darkness. If you want to see a horror movie where jump scares are done the right way, this is the movie for you. John Carpenter knows how to build up tension in a movie.
Yeah.
You know, right when it gets to that breaking point, bam, that's when a scare happens. He's like an artist, right?
Yeah.
Instead of using paintbrushes, he uses music, tension, and terror. I just think that, you know, it's a well-deserved star in the Walk of Fame because he is a director, I think, who's made some classic movies. And I think Kurt Russell said this when in his speech, like, if you turn on a John Carpenter movie, you know it's a John Carpenter movie.
Yeah. He has a very, very specific style for sure.
That's it for me. How about you, Gill?
Well, I've been reading again a little bit. I read Rouge by Mona Awad. This is the second book I've read by her. The other book was called Bunny. I really like that book.
You talked about Bunny, I think.
talked about Bunny?
Yeah.
Okay. This is very much like The Substance, honestly.
Ooh.
If you're into The Substance, this whole book is about like beauty standards and being like obsessed with skincare and how you look. But it's also kind of a slow burn of, am I going insane? Is something happening to my body?
Okay.
It's really good. It also has like a lot of mirrors in it. And I don't know, it kind of is very similar to Bunny because in Bunny, the character kind of loses their mind too. And it's very similar. And I just love her writing style. So yeah, if you are interested in like, I guess, body horror or The Substance or anything like that, like, this is incredible. Check it out.
Sounds right up my alley, actually.
Yeah. Her prose is so good. I love her. Another book that I've been reading that I'm really obsessed with as well is called So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. It's a vampire novel. Also kind of has a thread about talking about like beauty and growing old. And then suddenly, you know, you become a vampire and you don't really have a body anymore because you don't have a reflection, right? But it also has a really cool thread as well with being in a relationship or a marriage that you don't want to be in anymore. And like they use vampirism to like get out of things because they're dead.
Right.
I don't know. It's really good. I'm super obsessed with it. And I know that Rachel Harrison is very prominent on the horror scene right now. And she has a couple of other books. So I'm definitely going to check them out. Very feminist horror. So I'm into that. And for movies, I rewatched The Lighthouse.
Tell me, what's a timberman want with being a wiki?
Just looking to earn a living, just like any man. Starting new.
On the run.
I love that movie so much.
I still haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
really?
I don't think it's up your alley, Kevin. I could be wrong. You've surprised me before.
Yeah.
I'm a wild card.
I don't know. It's a ride, Kevin.
Yeah.
Like the first
It's
time
very
I watched it.
Eraserhead, to be honest with you.
Yeah, honestly, it is
Yeah.
very like. Now that you say that, yeah,
Yeah.
it's even black and white. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. There's a lot of it that I could relate to, just like being from, you know, a tiny fishing village. And Tom's character is basically like my great uncle who's a fisherman. And there's just like so much of that I could relate to. I love Robert Pattinson's character. I like Willem Dafoe's accent and his little monologues. And I love the slow burn fever dream of going crazy.
It
And
never gives you an idea of time.
No.
It feels like you've skipped time. And
you feel like you're
What?
losing your mind watching it.
Yes. You're like
Yeah.
right in there with the characters losing your mind.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those. The first time that I watched this a couple of years ago, I was high out of my mind watching this, like sit on the couch, and I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Like
Was that
and
a
I
good
didn't-
idea?
No.
No.
At the time, no. You
No.
don't need anything to watch this because
Yeah.
it's a trip on its own, right?
Yeah.
So really, And I did watch it sober this time.
Not for your first time. Maybe you watch it high second or
Later
third time,
on.
but
It's a lot.
a whole hell of a lot.
But it is good. It's not my favorite Eggers movie. Like, you know, I love Nosferatu and The Witch. Definitely has something that I think, I don't know, people who might be interested in that sort of thing would be interested in. If you like kind of a slow burn, like psychological surrealness thing going on, which is very much up Nathan's alley, right?
No surprise that it's my favorite Eggers movie.
Right?
By a good bit.
And speaking of things that are up Nathan's alley, I also watched The Host. For It's Lay's podcast. That episode is out now if you want to go listen to my thoughts on it. It's another Korean horror movie and spooky underwater stuff. Yeah.
Which you're terrified of.
Which I'm terrified of. But yeah, I liked it.
What's funny is that's like my least favorite Bong Joon Ho film.
Yeah.
And when something is your least favorite and it's still that good, it just kind of gives you an idea of how great Bong Joon Ho is.
Yeah. And that was made in 2006. I think that came out, right? And to me, it held up really well.
When you've got a big CGI monster not holding up over the years is a real risk.
Oh, yeah. And that monster is so unique.
Yeah.
I love that. Makes me want to watch more of his movies.
Watch Parasite, watch Memories of Murder, and watch Snowpiercer. Those three are like tippy top of his filmography.
The tippy top.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Oh, my turn, huh?
Yeah, it's your turn.
The best for last.
Criterion had a flash sale a couple weeks ago, which means it is show and tell time.
Oh,
yeah.
I bought the Blu-ray of Night of the Hunter. Don't need to talk about that movie because I talked about it last episode of After Dark. It's great. You should watch it. The transfer on Criterion, really good. This is the killer. This is Pearl. She's a child. She's also stupid as hell.
I must go punch that baby.
But it's a great movie.
I love show and tell.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So this was a blind buy for me. I didn't used to do blind buys. Now I do it because it forces me to watch movies that I might be skipping out on. But a movie by Federico Fellini called 8½. It's an Italian film from 1963, and it is about a director who is directing a movie, but he has no inspiration and has no idea what he's doing. So it is quite autobiographical for the director because there was a lot of expectations on him because he's like this legendary director. But what's great about it is it weaves in and out of dreams and memories and like hallucinations and the film within the film without telling you that that's what it's doing. So it's got all this really cool, like surrealist imagery. Like all of a sudden he'll just be having a dream of like his dad but his dad's dead. And like, it's this fucked up dream where he's putting his dad in the grave. Just shows his psychology. It's a really great film. I highly recommend it. Next thing I bought, it's another blind buy. I bought Repo Man, the 4K. And this is a really fun movie.
Is that with Emilio Estevez?
That is with Emilio Estevez, the coach of the Mighty Ducks himself.
Yes.
Charlie's
brother.
Back to the Ducks.
I am anti-duck. Yeah. That's right. Back to the Ducks. It's this punk rock film. It's not trash. I wouldn't say it's a trash film, but it's like trash adjacent. But it's about this punk rock kid who becomes a repo man. And there is a bounty on a car that needs to be repoed that doesn't make sense because it's too high, because there is something in the trunk of the car.
Oh.
And it is also kind of a sci-fi film. They show what the effects of what is in the trunk of the car, in the first scene. But it's really, I'd be lying if I'd say that's actually what it's about. That's like the synopsis you put on the back of the box. But in reality, it's like a hangout film of this repo men just doing repo men shit and being kind of like assholes and kind of scummy people. But it's quotable all the way through. It's hilarious. And it's great. I highly recommend it.
Sounds fun.
The next thing I bought was The Shape of Water, the 4K.
Oh, you finally watched it.
I finally watched The Shape of Water, and I noticed that it is on Gill's watch list, and I don't understand why it's still there instead of reviewed on Letterboxd for you, because
that's a call out.
Listen,
I'll write it down.
You like monster fucking films. This is the most famous monster fucking film there is.
Okay. That's what I'm doing tonight.
It's great. It's beautiful. You're going to love it. I loved the hell out of it. It's my first Guillermo del Toro film that I've watched. And
I think it's the only one I've watched.
Yeah, I haven't seen Pan's Labyrinth, but oh wait, no, it's not the only. I watched Kronos, and it was only all right.
You haven't seen Pan's Labyrinth?
I haven't seen Pan's
Don't
Labyrinth.
come at me for not seeing The Shape of Water, sir.
Listen, you're the one who loves the monster fucking.
I do.
Like, I'm not actively seeking monster fucking films.
You
like
guys,
you are. So.
Really?
You guys have. I love
car fucking films.
car
is a different
fucking,
story.
monster fucking.
What about you? What's yours?
I gotta find my kink. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in there somewhere.
It's a beautiful film. Highly recommend it.
Beautiful.
It is. It's gorgeous. You care about this woman and her fishman.
Fishman.
Yeah, fishman fucking. It's great. Last one. We don't have to actually talk about the movie because everybody knows it. But I bought the 4K of The Princess Bride because it's great.
That's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Oh my God. It is bound like a book.
Like a book.
It looks like a book.
You
It
open
looks
it
so
up
cool.
and it's like a book.
Oh my God.
That's how they put the essays in there and everything.
No.
It's like it's cloth bound. I can't get it close enough to the. It's great. If you
die, I want that.
My wallet's screaming right now.
And then it's got the 4K as well as the special features on the Blu-ray. I just wanted to show that off because it is the coolest thing in my collection. It is so awesome that it's a book. It's a damn book. It's beautiful. And,
damn, Nathan.
I didn't know that when I bought this. I got it and was just like excited like a little kid at the way this packaging is done.
That's so
Gorgeous.
cool, man.
Buy it next time there's a sale. I'm telling you. It's $50 when it's not on sale, but
Shit, I buy it for $50.
Yeah.
It might be worth $50.
Yeah.
Right?
but with the sale it was only $25. So and just more Blu-rays and stuff need to be packaged like this. Physical media is dying, and the people who collect physical media still are like the nerds like me who want shit like that and will pay extra for shit like that. So stop putting them in like ugly, thin plastic.
Not jewel
shit.
cases.
Yeah, even with the more generic ones, it's thick, it's nice, and you get a little, anytime Criterion, you get essays about the movie from the movie makers and stuff like that. Do more of that. I'm sick and tired of I got a Blu-ray for Parasite, and at the top it's like 4K Blu-ray, and then under that it says you get the 4K and the Blu-ray, and then under that it's like nominated for 4 Academy Awards, and it takes up like a third of the front of the box, and it's I don't like that. Stop.
Nobody wants to see that shit.
Yeah, stop doing that. You don't have to advertise these things to the normies anymore. They're not buying them. So make it appeal to me.
Right.
And Kevin buys them too.
That should be like a slip. Like, a piece of the wrapper, and then when it comes off, you get something nice and not tacky.
Exactly.
Even just something simple, like I'm a big fan of like movie artwork. So like if you change up like the movie artwork a little bit, like that even appeals to me. Don't give me the same movie poster. Like you said, Nathan, it's just thin. There's no effort into like the actual physical media of it all. The
packaging. And they break. Those cheap jewel cases that so many movies come in, they break easy.
Yeah, I just bought Game of Thrones like season 1 through 8, and one of the seasons has just got cracked in shipping. Cracked. Yeah.
Unacceptable.
That's horrible.
Yeah, Amazon.
It's especially when you're buying a whole season of television, that is expensive as hell.
Right.
And for it to show up broken.
I think that's like a key thing to like why vinyl's made a resurgence too.
Vinyl has cool packaging.
Variants too, limited edition.
Yes,
exactly. Yeah, just give a little something different,
Put effort into it. That's it. That's my whole Criterion flash sale haul.
I
also watched Shivers by Cronenberg. That movie's wicked fucked up, but that's all I have to say about it.
Well, if you're interested in any of our Letterboxd reviews, you can check them out. We're going to have them in the descriptions for you, as well as Gill's Goodreads. Find out what Gill is reading next. If you have any Val Kilmer recommendations, throw them in the comments. I want some more movies that we should see for Val Kilmer, because I think he deserves to be honored more. That does it for our episode on After Dark. We'll be back soon with another one, but until then, back to the padded room with you.